In this world we live in, we believe in what we can see, touch, and hear, but there is another realm, a silent world that breathes around us. It watches us, but we cannot watch it. That world is the world of spirits. Not all spirits are pure, not all are lost. Some wait, some watch, and some hide in the corners of your home, in empty rooms, behind the mirror, or inside a shadow. Since the dawn of time, mankind has been obsessed with what lies beyond death. We want to know, what happens after we die? Do the dead hear us? Can we speak to them? Will they come back? And that is where the door opens. In every ancient civilization, someone tried to speak to the dead. Priests in temples, witches in dark forests, mediums around Ouija boards. We thought we were in control, but the truth is, the spirits were always watching, waiting to decide who may enter and who may never return. Malevolent spirits do not play games. They don't care about your pain, your curiosity, or your grief. They seek a crack in your soul, a weakness, a hidden desire, a fear you thought was buried. And once they find it, they slip in quietly. It starts with a whisper in the night, a figure in the corner of your eye, a voice calling your name when you're completely alone, a dream you have over and over. Same face, same words, same death. You tell yourself it's just stress, just imagination, just a coincidence. But spirits don't believe in coincidences. Some people reach out to spirits out of curiosity, others out of sorrow, longing, or guilt. But spirits don't care why. They only care that you open the door. And doors like that are very hard to close. Many started with a game of Ouija and ended up missing, broken, or empty. Some left behind journals filled with strange messages. Others left recordings no one could explain. And some were never found at all. They say spirits don't always take your body. Sometimes they take your soul. They turn off something inside you until you're no longer you. A body without spirit, or worse, a spirit without a body. Some believe that not all spirits were once human. Some are ancient, older than death itself. They do not feel, they do not forgive, and when you reach for them, they reach back. Why do humans do this to themselves? Why do we reach for the unknown? Maybe because of pain. Maybe because grief makes us desperate to believe in something beyond this life. But we don't realize, when we try to touch the ones who left, we may awaken the ones who should never be touched. Do spirits make people vanish? In every corner of the world, there are stories of entire families disappearing, without struggle, without trace. All that's left, symbols, notebooks, distorted audio, or a single message scribbled in fear. As if once the spirit world shuts the door, it takes with it everything and everyone that dared to look inside. Are they with us now? Do they pass by without us noticing? Have you ever heard a voice no one else heard? Seen eyes at a window that should have been empty? Maybe spirits don't attack. Maybe they just wait for you to call them. But what happens when a real family walks straight into that world? What if the whispers become voices, the shadows become shapes, and the unknown starts leaving marks behind? This is not a legend, not a movie, not a made-up tale. This is the real story of a family who vanished, not in a war, not in a storm, but in silence. No signs of struggle, no goodbye, just a truck, a child's doll, a notebook full of cryptic words, and $32,000 in cash. This is the case of the Jamison family. And the truth behind their disappearance might be darker than anyone could imagine. In a quiet town in Oklahoma, a small family was looking for a fresh start. An old wooden house, silent hallways, and an atmosphere where time felt frozen. But what happened to them would turn their story into one of America's strangest disappearances. Bobby, a quiet man in his early 40s, tired eyes, heavy silence. Sherilyn, his wife, pale, reserved, always staring into empty corners. Madison, their 6-year-old daughter, sweet and quiet, but always talking to someone no one else could see. She called him Michael. People thought the Jemisons lived a normal life, but inside their home, something felt off. Sherilyn wrote disturbing thoughts in her journal. Bobby drew strange symbols, and Madison, she whispered. Michael said, "We're not coming back." October 8, 2009. The family left home to see a piece of land in the woods. They took $32,000 in cash, their phones, some bags, and the dog. Home cameras showed them moving back and forth in silence. No one said a word. They looked like they were hypnotized. Days later, their truck was found abandoned. Inside, the money, the phones, Sherilyn's purse, the dog barely alive. But the family gone. No footprints, no blood, nothing. Inside their house, a Ouija board, strange symbols on the walls, a note on Madison's door. "If you open this, Michael will see you." Neighbors reported whispers, flickering lights, and Madison talking to no one. Sherilyn once told a friend, "I'm not afraid of people. I'm afraid of what walks with us." Were they running from something real or something supernatural? 4 years later, a hunter found human bones in the forest. DNA confirmed it was Bobby, Sherilyn, and Madison. No wounds, no cause of death, just silence. The case was closed, no killer, no reason. But the story, still alive. People say if you walk that forest at night, you might hear Madison's voice whisper, "Michael, Michael's still here." Some stories end with truth, others with fear. This one left only one thing behind: chills.